Hey Divine Ones, it's LATOYA Okeia, your life coach and your motivational speaker. If you are new to my channel, I am a mindset and purpose coach, and I help women transform their lives by discovering their purpose, finding their gifts, and by reprogramming their mindset for success in life, business, and relationships. So if that sounds like something that you might be interested in, make sure you click that subscribe button below, hit that bell, and get your notifications every time I upload a new video to the channel, which is every day. I try to get a video out every single day to my Divine Ones. So, getting right on into the topic for today, baby. Ladies, are y'all ready? Are y'all ready? Are y'all ready? Listen, I got a topic that's hot. Do you hear me? It's hot. I feel like Wendy Williams up in here today, baby. This is hot topics. But today we're going to talk about that inconsistent man. Yes, we're going to talk about that inconsistent man. The man that's inconsistent. The man that's here one day and gone the next. The man that's in your life one day and out the next. The man that you on and off with. The man that, 1 minute y'all friends, 1 minute y'all associates, 1 minute y'all not speaking, the next minute y'all bay all over again. So yes, we talking about that man today. And this is going to be a continuation of the journal note series. So ladies, make sure y'all grab y'all journals. Make sure you got your pen. Make sure you got your nice old journal so you can get to taking these notes, okay? So let's get right on into it. So the first journal note that I had down for the inconsistent man, child, is he into you or not? Some of you may be asking that question like, I don't know if he into me. I don't know if he ain't. Let me tell you something. If you got to ask that question, he ain't, baby. He ain't. Listen to me. If you got to ask whether he's into you or not, if you got to be on a Q&A with a relationship coach, asking a relationship coach questions about your relationship or questions about the lack thereof, then it ain't there. It ain't there. If you watching a relationship video, period, it's probably not there. Because you ain't finna go looking for something unless there's some trouble in paradise. Come on now. Unless there's a little doubt there, unless there's a little worry there, you're not finna go looking for nothing like that. So if you gotta question that, if you got some doubt in your mind, or you thinking, okay, is he really into me? Like, where do we stand? What are we? If you gotta ask questions like that, then it's probably time for you to just go ahead and start walking. The thing is, consistency is key. Consistency is key. When somebody is consistent with you, it ain't gonna leave no room for question. It ain't gonna leave no room for doubt. It ain't gonna leave no room for worry. And one thing that I know about God too is that when God gives you something, the Bible says the blessing of the Lord make it rich and added no sorrow to it. So when God give you something, baby, God giving it to you for the long haul. God giving it to you as a blessing. He ain't giving it to you for it to have you staying up all night long, for this person to have you stressed out, have you losing your hair, have your skin breaking out, have you snapping at everybody because he won't answer his phone, he ain't returning your text, you don't know where he is. That is not the blessing of the Lord. That is not the blessing of the Lord. The blessing of the Lord does not add sorrow to your life. Don't add confusion to your life. The blessing of the Lord don't have you on pins and needles. It don't have you walking on eggshells. It don't have you wondering and guessing and doubting and thinking and trying to figure this out and trying to snoop and see this and trying to be Inspector Gadget and Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, and all got your magnifying glass and you looking all through the phones and all that type of stuff. Listen, the blessing of the Lord, that ain't it. It don't add no sorrow to your life. When God gives you something, God is not the author of confusion. He's not going to have you confused. He's not going to have his daughter worried and stressed and trying to figure out where she's staying with a man. That's not God. God doesn't operate like that. And so one thing we have to know is we have to understand the character of God. We have to understand his personality traits. and knowing that God has a personality and he's not the type of God that deals with mess. He don't deal with confusion. He's not going to give you something that's going to give you a headache. But when God blesses you, it's going to be peaceful. It's not going to be any sorrow added to it. So understand the type of God that you serve, and just know that if you got to question it, that ain't it. When I think about consistency, I think about when somebody's building a house. I think about when construction workers are building a house, or even just a building, or just any structure that you're building. You have to consistently build onto that structure. Like, you have to consistently build onto that house. You don't see nobody start building a house and they lay a brick one day and then they go off somewhere into the never land, go off in the middle of nowhere, and then come back 2 weeks later, come back a year later, come back 3 years later and lay another brick. Then they go off again, come back maybe 3 days later, come back maybe 2 weeks later and lay some more, lay a couple more bricks. Like, no, that house will never get built. That building will never get built. Because why? There is no consistency. There is no consistency. Anything that you commit to doing, you're going to be consistent. So understand that when a man is inconsistent, he's not wanting to build anything with you. I don't care how much he says, oh, we building. Oh, we going to build together. Oh, we building this, we building that. If it's not consistent, you ain't building nothing. You ain't building nothing. As women, and listen to me, as a woman, as a queen, it's important for you to just sit back and watch what this man does. Watch what he does. Let him lead. A lot of times as women, we mess up sometimes because we want to take the lead. We want to jump in and we want to, oh, let me tell him what I like. Let me show him what I like. So he can know exactly what I like, or he ain't got to be wondering, or he ain't got to be. No, you need to just sit back and let him do what he's going to naturally do. Watch what he naturally does. Listen to me. You want to watch what he naturally does, because this is the only way you're going to really be able to know if this man is really interested in you or not. If you telling him what you like, you telling him you like flowers, you telling him that you like your chair to be pulled out, you telling him that you like for somebody to open the door for you, you like holding hands, you like doing this, you like doing that. Yes, it's okay to release some information, but you don't want to release too much information about yourself. You want to just kind of sit back and watch what he naturally does on his own without anybody having to tell him what to do. Let him lead. That's the only way you're going to be able to tell if he's really interested in you or if he's just playing the role. Because a lot of times women tell the man the role. They tell the man what they're looking for. They tell him what they've been waiting on. They tell him what they've been dealing with. They tell him about all the heartache they done went through in their past and in their past relationships. And what the man does is he sits there, he listens, and he now knows what role he's going to play in that woman's life. So as women, it's important for us to just be quiet. I know that's hard because we naturally talk more than men, but you got to understand that it's going to require that you be quiet. You're going to have to be quiet. You're going to have to let him talk. You're going to have to let him lead, and then watch what he naturally does. And when you see what he do, you can just respectfully let him know, like, look, that's not the type of woman I am. That type of behavior is not going to fly with me. So understand that if you do that again, I'm gone. I'm not here. I'm not going to be here to continue with this. If you do that again, I'm gone. And then when he does that again, you gone. Just that simple. It's just that simple. So what's the lesson to learn from that? Let him naturally lead. Watch what he does, and then you move accordingly. Watch what he does on his own, because you want to be able to see if he's truly interested in you on his own, or is he just playing the role that you have presented to him to play. Another sign of an inconsistent man is he will try to play it to you like he is just so busy. Oh my goodness, he is so busy. This man is more busier than the president-elect Joe Biden. Do you understand me? He busier than Obama. He busier than Bill Gates. The man is just busy. He always doing something. He always working. He works so many hours. He be so tired when he get off. Or they work him so much when he's at work. Now listen, I can understand if he working. Now let the man work. Don't be trying to harass him while he on his job and stuff. Let him work, because he probably truly can't have his cell phone. But think about what he does when he get off his job. What does he do on his off days? Because the inconsistent man, he may even play it like he's so busy on his days off that he can't get around to you, or he can't get around to calling you. Listen to me. Listen to me, baby. Ain't nobody more busier than the person that don't want you. I'm going to say that again. I'm going to say that again. Ain't nobody more busier than the person that do not want you. That's what I said. I said it, and it's true. This person is going to always be busy. Think about somebody that was after you that you didn't want. Like, no matter what this person did, they just wasn't your type. They just didn't do it for you. You just wasn't attracted to them. Like, you like, okay, they're nice. He's nice. Or you was like, okay, he's nice. He's so sweet. But you just kind of friend zoned him. And you just like, no, I just don't see us. I don't see it. I just don't see it. Yeah. And so think about all the times that person tried to maybe go on a date with you or tried to call you, and you 9 times out of 10, your phone was right there. Like, you had your phone right there. Like, this is 2020. Who don't have their phone right next to them? Come on now. So your phone is sitting right there, and you looking at this person calling you, and you just like, I ain't gonna answer that, or I call them back. I know it's mean, y'all. I know it's harsh, but y'all know everybody done did it now at some point in time in your life. Everybody done ignored somebody. Everybody done pushed somebody off to the side. Okay. So you know what you was telling that person when they finally got you on the phone, or you finally ran into them somewhere, or they cornered you somewhere. You was like, oh, I just been so busy. You know what I'm saying? I just been busy. Oh my goodness, I just been had so much I had to do. And you ain't really had nothing. You ain't really had nothing you had to do. You just don't want to be bothered with them folks. You just don't want to talk to them folks. So you trying to make up something. I know it's wrong, y'all, but like I said, y'all know now. Come on now, you done did it at some point in time. If it wasn't a guy, then it was a auntie or a family member or somebody. But when you just don't want to be bothered with them type of people, and then they come and you just gotta act like you just been the busiest person in the world. So understand that that's kind of like what this inconsistent man is doing with you. That's what he's doing. He is avoiding you. Like, come on, you grown. You know when somebody is avoiding you. You calling this person, you done blew up his phone. You done blew this man's phone up. Like, if it was a bomb, it would have blew up in his face, in his hand. Cause you done called it so many times till it just done exploded. You done left voicemails. You done left 53 text messages. Like, you all on the inbox and on Facebook. You in the DM on Instagram. I mean, you just blowing him up. And then what he's doing? Ignoring it. And then maybe he'll answer on the 54th text message. Maybe he'll answer. What does he say? He's busy. Yeah, nobody's more busier than the person that does not want you. They're going to always have something to do, because at the end of the day, they just don't want you. They don't want to be with you, or either they're just not that into you. Another characteristic of the inconsistent man is he is never there when you need him. Yeah, y'all know what I'm talking about. Like, this man ain't never there when it matters. He's never there when you need him the most. And the only time that he is there is when it's convenient for him. If it's convenient for him to come by there, he'll come by there. Or if it's convenient for him to drop by your job, he'll drop by your job. But he never really goes out of the way for you. You know what I'm saying? When you have the type of person, when you have the type of man that will drop everything that he's doing and come to you and come out of his way for you. But that inconsistent man, You might get that from him once a year or maybe twice a year. You might look up and get it 3 times a year. But chances are he is not going to be there when you need him to be there, especially when you need him to be there the most. You liable to be broke down on the side of the road. Your car broke down. You calling him. You can't get him on the phone. Or either you call him and he too busy. Or come on, like, who is too busy to come and help their girlfriend or help this woman out that's broke down beside the road? So that's a characteristic of that inconsistent man. He's just not there when you need him to be there. And he always has the best excuse of why he wasn't there. He always has the best excuse of, you know, I was doing this or I was doing that. And then, ladies, y'all know too, he can also, if he's got some of those narcissistic tendencies, he also has a way of manipulating you into thinking that you're wrong for getting upset, that you're wrong for feeling the way that you feel. But I want you to understand that's a spiritual attack when he does that. I want you to understand that there's something spiritual that's going on with that. Anytime a man, not only a man, but a woman also, but particularly in this video, I'm talking about a man. Anytime a man manipulates you into feeling like you're wrong for feeling a certain way, or he manipulates you into thinking that you're crazy, or he manipulates you into doing something that he wants you to do, that's the Jezebel spirit. That's the Jezebel spirit. And I'm going to do a whole series. I'm going to do a whole video series on the Jezebel spirit and how men use that, how men are operating with the Jezebel spirit and using that spirit to manipulate women. Because a lot of people think that that spirit is only for the promiscuous woman or the woman that uses her body for evil, but it's also in men as well. The Jezebel spirit, one of the traits of that spirit is also the fact that it is very manipulative, and it works in men just as well as it works in women. Oh yeah, but I ain't gonna get into that too much in this video, but just look for that Jezebel series, because we're gonna get all up into them manipulative traits and how men use manipulative ways to make you feel like you crazy or to make you doubt yourself. So watch out for that, because that's one thing that the inconsistent man does. He's very manipulative. You'll sit there and you'll know that he's wrong, but by the time he get through with you, he'll have you feeling bad about yourself. He'll have you feeling bad for even questioning him in the first place. Knowing, when you know deep down that you're not wrong for feeling the way you feel. You know deep down that you're not crazy for feeling the way that you feel. Because you know that every time you need this man, he's never there for you. He's never there when it matters. You could be somewhere side the road, your tire done blew out. You call this man, he ain't nowhere to be found. He ain't nowhere to be found. But what happens? Whenever he calls you, you there. He says jump, you says how high. You right there. You run into his rescue. You drop everything. Why? Because you love for real. Like it's just like the song that R. Kelly made. When a woman loves, she love for real. She all the way in. She there. She there in the rain. She there in the sunshine. She's there. Now, I'm not talking about all women now. This ain't all women, because just like it's some manipulative men, it's also some manipulative women as well. We're going to get on them too. But I'm not addressing that in this particular video. But yes, this does go both ways. For I have my little comment warriors down there in the comments talking about, well, what about the other way? What about the other side? It does go both ways, okay? So sis, this is what I want you to understand. You a queen. You are a queen, baby. Do you hear me? And queens do not waste their lives on inconsistent men. When this man is inconsistent, what you have to know is, like, look, I only got one life to live. This is what I want you to say. I only got one life to live. And I'm not going to take this one good life I got and waste it on an inconsistent man. So does this man come when you call him? Because a lot of you may be wondering, well, sometimes he's consistent, sometimes he's inconsistent. What I want you to ask yourself is, if I call him right now, is he going to answer the phone? Can I bet on him answering the phone? Or I don't call but one time, but then by the time I hang up the phone, he's calling me back. Or either as soon as he can get back to his phone, he's calling me back. Or sometime throughout the course of his day, he gonna reach back out to me and return the phone call. Does he come when you call him when you're in need? You know, when you're hurt? Does he come to your rescue? Is he there to protect you? Because that's the role of a man in your life. If that man is going to be there, he should be there to protect you. He should be there to provide for you. And he should be there willing to profess his love to you, as Steve Harvey would say. Protect, profess, and provide. Now, should he be the sole provider and then the woman just depends on him for every single thing? Absolutely not. She should have a purpose. She should know her purpose. And she should also have a way that she can generate income and bring in revenue for herself as well. Don't put all your eggs in one basket and don't be sitting up there talking about, oh, he's my sole provider. No. You got to also be that Proverbs 31 woman to know that I got a gift too. I got a purpose too. I have a vision too. And you got to be willing to be able to come in and hold it down if this man ever falls. That's your role as the woman. Yes, he is the sole provider, but if he ever falls, you ought to be able to hold it down until he can get back on his feet. So does he come when you call him, or does he only come when it's convenient for him? Ask yourself that question. If you're trying to figure out, is this man consistent or inconsistent? Is the man I got the one that Toya talking about on this video? Ask yourself that question. Does he come when I call him, or does he only come when it's convenient for him? So another characteristic of the inconsistent man, baby, is in the beginning, y'all are talking every day. Y'all are conversing every day. Y'all texting back and forth. Everything is good. The conversation is going, it's flowing. Y'all are talking for at least an hour every day. Everything seems to be all good. Nothing feels forced. Everything is just flowing. And then all of a sudden, he ghosts you. He ghosts you. Queens, listen to me. His silence sends a message. Silence is so loud that you shouldn't even be able to hear what this man says when he does show back up and start back talking. When he does pop back up in your inbox, or he pops back up in your DMs, or he pops back up in your text messages, or he's on your line calling your phone or email or whatever. Understand that his silence sends a message. If he can't consistently call you every day, he can't even be consistent with the phone calls. What makes you think he's going to be consistent with a commitment? What makes you think that he's going to be a consistent provider, that he's going to consistently protect you? See, as women, we have to look at the small things in the beginning. Just like the female eagle tests the male eagle for commitment, that's exactly the way we have to be as queens. You have to test that man for commitment. You got to look at the small things in the beginning. Does he call consistently? Do you hear from him every day? Is he putting in the work to win you? Is he sacrificing his time? Is he sacrificing his money? Is he putting in the effort? The Bible says where a man's heart is, there his treasure is also. So if he says that he cares about you, if he's falling for you, if you have his heart, then you're going to also have his treasure. What does that mean? That means you're going to have his time. He's going to willingly give his time to you. He will willingly give his money to you. Now, am I talking about all his money? No, I'm not. But what I'm saying is he won't be stingy. He won't be, oh, no, I ain't got it. I ain't got nothing for you. No, I'm broke. I ain't got it. No. When you're in need, this man he won't mind coming through for you. He won't mind coming through for you. Now, on the flip side of that, you shouldn't be in need too much. Because if you in need a lot, then you don't even need to be dating. Okay, let me say that again. If you are in need a lot, if you needing him to come through for you a lot financially, then you don't need to be dating, okay? You got to go sit down somewhere and get yourself together and find your purpose, find your gifts. Because a man's gift will make room for him and bring him before great men. So you need to get in your gift first and let that gift start making room for you so you don't have to depend on anybody to financially support you, okay? Okay, ladies, so we are not done, okay? I got another character trait of the inconsistent man. Another trait of an inconsistent man is he says all of the perfect things, but he does all of the wrong things. How many of y'all know them type of men? Come on now. They got all the right words to say. They can whisper the sweet nothings in your ear. They can send the sweet text messages to your phone. Send the sweet DMs to your phone. I love you. I miss you. I want to be with you. I want to build with you. I don't want anybody else. You the only one I want. They saying all of the things that you want them to say. Oh, she doesn't mean anything to me. We're just friends. I want us to work. Yeah, some of y'all in the comments like Sunshine Anderson. Yes, Toya, I done heard it all before. Ladies, listen to me. Believe nothing. Believe nothing. And I'm going to get some clap back on this, but I'm going to tell you the truth. Do you hear me? Believe nothing a man says. When you first, in the beginning, let me put a disclaimer there. In the beginning, believe nothing he says. It should be like the court of love. I heard Tony Gaskin say that. It should be like the court of love. Everything needs to be proven beyond a reasonable doubt. This man needs to study to show himself approved. He need to pass the test. He need to put in the work. He need to make the sacrifices. He need to put in the effort before you can believe anything he says. Okay, he says he loves you, but what has he shown you? Okay, he says he misses you, but has he made any attempts to come to you? Has he made any attempts for you guys to get together? Has he planned any dates? Has he set up any trips? What has he done? What has he done to let you know that he misses you? Because he should be doing so much that he really doesn't even have to say it. His actions is saying everything. So that's a character trait of that inconsistent man. He says all of the perfect things. Like if you could give him a score based off of what he says, he would have an A+. Because he know exactly what he need to say. Because it goes back to that Jezebel spirit. That Jezebel spirit is manipulative. It knows the words to say to woo you, to sweep you off your feet, to come right on in and knock you down and take you out. That's the way the Jezebel spirit works. Believe nothing a man says in the beginning, but watch what he does. Watch what he does. Watch and pray. Watch what he does and then pray to your Father which is in heaven to give you discernment, to give you the ability to be able to see, did this man come from God or did he come from the enemy? Because that inconsistent man, he will ghost you, like I was just saying a few minutes ago. He will ghost you for weeks, for days, for months. He'll ghost you and then he'll pop back up like he ain't never left. He'll pop back up, hey, big head. He'll pop back up, what you doing? He'll pop back up, hey, how you been? And then he'll pop back up all of a sudden out of nowhere. Ladies, y'all know what I'm talking about. Come on now. He'll pop back up all of a sudden out of nowhere. You answer your phone because you thinking, oh, this is it. He must have something to say. He been gone for 3 weeks. He got to explain himself. He must got something to say. And you answer the phone and he's, hey. And you like, hey. And he's like, how you been? Come on now, sis. Come on now, queen. Don't even answer. Come on now, don't even answer. Because if he done ghosted you all this time, he ain't got nothing to say. He ain't got nothing to say. Don't answer. Don't answer. Block it. Block it. Block it. Do not let this inconsistent man keep popping in and dropping out of your life. Because as long as he popping in and dropping out, you'll never be able to attract the man that's truly for you. So to all my queens, I want to leave you with this. Because I said a lot during this video. But I want to leave you with this. Don't worry yourself. Don't get yourself in a frenzy. Don't worry yourself trying to figure out why does this man do what he does. Why? I be on Tony Gaskin's lives on YouTube. And I used to be the woman. I ain't even gonna tell y'all no story. I used to be the woman that's up there asking them questions. I used to be the woman up there trying to figure out well, what does he mean when he says this? And what does he mean when he says that? But after a while, there's some growth that needs to take place. After a while, you should be growing. After a while, you just can't stay in kindergarten forever. You're going to have to gradually come up in your faith. You're going to have to come up in your development. We can't stay on level 1 forever. God is requiring more from us as queens. He's requiring more from us as women of God, as Proverbs 31 women. God is requiring more from us. The Bible says too much is given, much is required. God has amazing things in store for you. He has amazing things that he wants to give you, queen. But God say, I require something from you. He say, you can't keep falling for the same things that you've always fallen for. Come on now. Some of us, we in our 30s. Like me, I'm in my 30s. Some of you are in your 30s. You are in your 40s. You're in your 50s. You may even be in your 60s. And this is what God is saying. He say, I'm requiring more from you. I need some more from you. You want me to bless you, but I need you to give me some more in return. I need you to step up. I need you to stop falling for the same tricks that you've always fallen for. It's time to stop it. It's time to break the generational curses so that your daughters do not fall into these same situations. Get the knowledge so you can break the curse, because to much is given, much is required. And don't sit there and continue to worry yourself to death and try to figure out why this man is doing what he doing. You just watch what he does and then you move accordingly. You move accordingly. And when this inconsistent man has shown you that he is just not going to step up, he is not going to be consistent, he's not going to be the man that you need him to be, it's your job to leave. Because if you don't leave, he's going to inconsistently keep on popping in and out of your life until you put a stop to it. This man ain't going nowhere until you put a stop to it. And what a lot of women mess up and do is, they think because he keep coming back that he loves them. That don't mean he loves you, sis. That does not mean that he loves you. Listen to me. That's the enemy. That is Satan. That is Lucifer that's trying to keep you stuck. He's trying to keep you stuck in your past because he don't want you to move into the future that God has for you. He don't want you to get the man that God truly has for you. He don't want you to walk into your divine destiny. That's the enemy's job. The enemy does not want you. That's what I had to learn. The devil don't want me. He want my purpose. And that's what I'm telling you. He does not want you. He wants to steal your purpose. He wants to steal your destiny away from you. He doesn't want you to come into the things of God for your life. So he will use this man through that Jezebel manipulative spirit. He will use this man to keep you away from the things that God truly has for you. And you'll sit there and you'll stay stuck because you'll be telling yourself, oh, he must really love me then. He won't leave me alone. He won't stop calling me. He won't stop texting me. You ever asked the question, or you ever wondered, well, if he don't love me, why he keep calling me? Or why does he pop back in? Or why does he text me? You know why? Because you answer. He texts you because he know you're going to eventually text him back. He calls you because he know eventually you're going to answer the phone. And he going to have you right back where he had you before. He know. But once he knows that that door is closed and it ain't opening back up for him, he'll eventually move along. But understand that that inconsistent man, he inconsistent today and he going to be inconsistent 30 years from now. He is not going to change. The only thing that's going to change is when you put your foot down and you say no more. And then you start working on yourself, developing yourself, get the coaching. You're going to click that link down there in the description and you're going to book your session with me. You're going to get your coaching package and you're going to reprogram your mindset for success in your life. And then you're going to be able to attract the man that's for you. You're going to be able to attract the things, the opportunities that are for you. But as long as you stay with this inconsistent man, you're going to stay on the merry-go-round. You're going to stay on the merry-go-round. He's going to keep you stuck and you will never be able to move forward. So don't try to figure out why this man doing what he doing. Just know that he ain't going to do no better. If he was going to do better, he would have done did better by now, sis. It's just like that song Ciara and Young Jeezy made. Yes, baby, I used to listen to all kind of stuff. Do you hear me? It's just like that song Sierra and Young Jeezy made. If he don't love you by 9, he ain't never gonna love you. If he ain't married you by 9, he ain't never gonna marry you. Come on now, you been with this man over 2 years, 3 years, 4, 5, 6, 10, 15 years, situationship, 20 years. If he ain't married you by now, he ain't never gonna marry you. If he ain't committed to you by now, he's never gonna commit to you. Get off the merry-go-round with the inconsistent man, queen, so you can get what God truly has for you. So, I love you all so very much. Understand that everything that I have spoken here to you today was all spoken in love. It was all spoken in love. And I want you to get the knowledge. I want you to advance. I want you to elevate. I want you to move forward so we can walk into the promised land together. I don't want to walk up in that thing by myself, but I want all my queens. Come on now. I want all my sisters to walk up in that thing with me, baby, so we can get what God truly has for us. So, I love you so much. Click the link down there in the description. Book your coaching package today. If you're really not sure, set up a discovery call with me. You can do that on my website as well. I have some courses on the website. I have a life coach certification course to any of my aspiring life coaches. If you desire to turn your pain into the purpose of God for your life, I want you to click that link down there. Email me, support@IamLatoyaOkeia.com if you want more information about the certification. And you can receive your certification, you can start your coaching business, and you can be on your way to helping other queens just like yourself. Because I'm telling you, it's time to get in boss mode. It's time to boss up. It's time to get in your purpose. It's time to leave the inconsistent men alone. And let me tell y'all, all my queens too, the very first link that you're going to see down there in the description is the link to the Love and Relationship Seminar that me and my divine sister are going to be doing January the 30th, 2021. Listen, y'all, this is hot. This is hot, baby. This is hot, baby. This is straight off the press. Do you hear me? I want every single one of my queens to be in the building, be in the virtual building, because we're going to be on Zoom video conference. I want you to grab your lattes, grab your blankets, grab your flexi rods, grab your bunnies, because it's going to be a girls' night in. Do you understand me? And we're going to be talking about love and relationships. We're going to talk about the real and the raw. Me and my sister, Candace Brown, we are going to be in the Zoom room with all of the ladies. I want y'all to register. Your seat for registration is only $35. I want all my queens in the virtual building, baby, because we're going to be helping every single woman to break free from all of the entanglements, to break free from these inconsistent men, to break free from all of the broken relationships and all of the past hurt, and move forward into purpose, okay? So I want every single one of you ladies that are watching this video to click that link and go ahead and book, because that seating is limited. We have a number of women that we're going to allow into the Zoom conference, and once we hit that number, we will not be able to take anybody else. So make sure you go ahead and purchase your seating early. It's only $35, y'all, and we're going to be up in there for 3 hours. It's going to be live Q&A. We're going to be talking about the real and the raw, and we're going to be breaking women free from entanglements, okay? So I love y'all so much. I am LATOYA Okeia, your mindset and purpose coach, and I will check in with y'all next time.